Hi everyone, this is Killshot99 Gaming. This is Fear the Walking Dead Season 4, Episode 11. This is our live countdown, so we've got some good stuff to talk about, and there's something special about today. It's Walking Dead Day. I know what it is. We got a bacon cake. Where is Emmy? So I do want to give a super special shout out to Emmy, a longtime just Wonder Woman for this channel. Moderator, works on the Facebook fan page, a little bit of everything. So if you guys would all join me and just give a super shout out. And we also have a couple super chats already too that are acknowledging Emmy's birthday. So we got Pete D. Thank you so much, Pete D. Appreciate that. Stepping in the door, Pete D. says happy birthday to Emmy. Hello to all the non-birthday people. And Pete D. left a really awesome comment on the Facebook fan page. It actually said that Emmy was one of the first people that made him feel at home. Just a tremendous job. And we also got Valar back. We missed you, Valar. And Valar is saying, hello, 99 Army, Kill, Steph, Emmy, Kale, Sweet Tommy, sponsors, Patreons, Super Chatters, missed everyone, and a special shout out to Emmy. Happy birthday. So Emmy is going to be blushing here. And I'll do a birthday song for Emmy. We'll let her do her own request, but maybe at the end of this video. We are going to get into some chat around tonight's episode, and there will be some spoilers. So if you're not into spoilers, this is the countdown. You don't want to stick around for the whole thing. I am going to walk you through some of the events that are going to happen. So I get it if you want to be completely surprised. Not going to be super duper major stuff going down. So you can probably handle the spoilers. They're not going to be crazy, but we're going to get into it, but you have been warned. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, and these spoilers, want to give a special shout out to the Spoiling Dead's fan page. They are the source of tonight's spoilers, so thank you so much for what you guys do, and we're going to articulate it. We don't like to get them out too early. I'm not doing spoiler videos on Thursday, Friday. We do it right before the episode, so, just last minute stuff that's out there. And we got Jimmy's Jammin' too before we get into some of the Fear the Walking Dead chat. Jimmy's Jammin' says, happy birthday to Emmy. Where is Emmy? I know she's got a lot of stuff going on, so she's been celebrating. Did she pop in here yet? I know we got the other moderators in the house, but if not, then she'll have to watch the playback. But she's been living it up on her birthday. So here we go. We've got tonight's episode is really going to go down with the storm. So Morgan's having some issues. They all kind of, had problems with this big hurricane, Walker-nado type of thing. So Morgan's going to get in the back of a truck. So he's in the back of a semi, and it's full of boxes. Remember the boxes that said, take what you need and leave what you don't? So this dude who's driving the truck has been leaving these boxes to help people. I mean, that's a nice thing to do in the ZA, but that always doesn't go over extremely well. So he ends up somewhere where he shouldn't be. He ends up in a complete different state. So when he ends up in the store, it's because he was in the semi, he fell asleep, and when he wakes up, he's in Mississippi. So he goes from Texas to Mississippi, just on the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. That is Morgan. And Morgan is always just kind of out there. There is in the preview, we saw a dude that looked like he's taken hostage as well. His name is Jim. Kind of like Jimmy's Jammin'. And he's been kidnapped by some people. And Morgan actually helps him out. So this is going to be our... I know you guys remember the Morgan episode from The Walking Dead. I'm going to stop here before we get too much into the spoilers and say, how do you guys feel about these episodes with just like two people or one person really focuses on one story? You guys, I don't want to use the word filler. I don't think they're filler episodes because there is an agenda here. What's up, Dawn of the Frank? Thanks for popping in. And I'm just going to get a few comments. Oh, my goodness. And there it is. While we're asking the question, the legend has arrived. You can see Emmy, you have a cake up there. Any birthday request? I mean, we could do like, maybe not do it in a spoiler video. We could do it at the end of this video. I don't care. It's up to Emmy. And if you guys are new and you don't know what we do, with the 999 Army, this is us. So we're going to do a little Walking Dead. We got a great family atmosphere. So if you're brand new, subscribe, hang out with us. Because you know what? One day it's going to be your birthday. And we're going to make you feel special. And we're going to do all these cut and paste and memes and nice things. And you name it, we do it. We just want to show a little bit of love to the people that are here every day. What's up, real Dave Doherty? Thanks, man. Good to see you. All right. See, that's a nice way. I was going to sing like a birthday song to Emmy, but look, she put nope, got tons of stuff. That's a nice way of saying, nah, I don't need you to sing for me, Kills. All right. You know what? I'm not offended because it's your birthday, so hopefully you're having a good one, even though just took a little shot. No, we're good. We're good. I'm messing with her. All right, let's get to another spoiler. So, Morgan, you saw Morgan rolling down the hill. Morgan's hands are tied. So he rolls up upon a couple people, and this is Sarah and Wendell. And he thinks that they're the ones that have been leaving all these crates to help everybody out. But that's not what happened. What happened is they hijacked this 18-wheeler. So there was a dude driving an 18-wheeler, and he was putting the boxes out there to help people. And then he got hijacked, and then Morgan got tied up. And I know you guys are all excited to see the one that we affectionately named Hell on Wheels. So, dude's got a shotgun. He's got all these devices, and I'm hoping he's a permanent part of the show. We need to add some more pizzazz to the show. Wayne Green, super chatting, and Wayne says, what's up, 999? Do you think the showrunners have an end planned? I do. I think they have a merge planned with Fear, and I think they have an end planned with The Walking Dead. And I'm not going to go out and say it's going to be 2 seasons yet. Here's the caveat to The Walking Dead. If Rick dies, I think The Walking Dead ends next season. That's going to be my bold prediction. If Rick's exit is open-ended, then I'm going to say it goes on a little bit further. So let's kind of wait and see. And we will get some Walking Dead chat during the week. And before we get to the next spoiler, I do have to ask you, and be honest, because I can look up... No, I can't. I can't look up viewer history. How many people were either a part of the noon stream that we did, kind of our what-if scenario, or how many people watched the playback to the video that we posted earlier today? And I have to tell you, I put a lot of... I've not finished that, but I put a lot of research into that. And there's going to be more. We're going to add more to that. I've seen a couple people that did comment on the video. So if you did get a chance to watch it, or you're involved in it, leave some comments on there, because I want to see what you think about it. A lot of people said they saw the playback, they enjoyed it, they were a part of it. I just want to know your thoughts. I left that kind of open-ended. I'm going to add some more theories to it. But if you've got something, somebody actually put something else and said, hey, here's something from the Green Mile. And, no comments are bad comments. Another person said, hey, you're stretching a little bit. That's fine. Sometimes we stretch our theories, but you actually have to have a theory in order to have a theory that doesn't make sense, right? Or you have to have a theory. But some people, they just won't even go out on a limb and talk about it. They just want to sort of say, nope, yours isn't what we expected. Yeah, check it out. I would love to see. It's tying The Walking Dead and the early, but keep in mind, Shawshank Redemption was out before The Walking Dead comic, so there's a lot that I think Kirkman got some of that, and maybe Frank Darabont could do a counter lawsuit and say, you wrote the comic based on the likeness of some of the people that I directed a movie about. I'm not trying to represent them. I'm not trying to stir up the hornet's nest either. All right. But even with the playbacks, like this playback here, once it's live, get over there and leave some comments. Your comments streaming along the side will definitely show, but I'd like to see, just respond to some of the other people's comments as well. We like a lot of dialogue. All right, let's get another spoiler. So, the big question is, why is Morgan going to Alexandria? And this is kind of speculative, I guess, but some of it is. But those who spoil have their opinions, just like we do. And it says, after a near-death experience, Morgan realizes he's a coward, and he's leaving his friends in Texas because he thinks that they don't need him. Because he's afraid of getting too close. Now that I'll give you. He's afraid of getting too close to people. And we know about the new people, Sarah and Wendell. And they tried to kidnap Jim, so there's a lot of stuff going on. Big news is that everybody wants to know, does anybody die tonight? And apparently, nobody dies. And just a couple more spoilers, and then we're going to talk about just some open topics and a little bit of tonight's show and just some random things. The new people in the episode, Morgan, see, we're good, okay? Because we have talked about this. So Morgan convinces the people. So wait a minute. He goes from Texas to Mississippi. But he convinces the people to take him where? I'm going to leave that blank. So all these new people that Morgan met, where do you think they go? And the reason I'm asking this question, back to Texas. Exactly. They're going back to Texas. So Morgan had told them about Alexandria, and they do want to go. They're like, okay, hey, we want to go to Alexandria. We want to go to Virginia. But Morgan says, you got to go back and pick up my friends. So they leave Texas, go to Mississippi, and now they go back to Texas. And why is that important? Because we have been speculating that the whole purpose of the second half is going to be about Morgan's journey and about the trip back to Alexandria. And we said that either Morgan is going to get sidetracked with other people, or there are going to be events that happen to slow down, and it's a delay tactic. Exactly. So when we're talking about the time skips and why does Morgan not get back to save Rick or to get there for Rick, now we got it. We got a little bit of what we talked about. They go 2 steps forward, or hang on, no, 1 step forward, sorry, and 2 steps back. And Morgan is starting to, he looked completely sane. And he said, I have to get back and look him in the eye and tell him he was right. And now he's starting to hear the voices again. Now he's starting to go clear again. And that's going to be the other thing that's going to sidetrack. So he's going to lose time. He's going to lose purpose. Where it was clear cut, right? Morgan left. He met people. He got there. It's like, oh, now I need to go back. Now he had a clear agenda. Let me go back. So the first half was about the stadium. The second half is about getting to Alexandria. And if you guys thought that that was just a subtle plot line, it's not. It's mentioned in every episode that he's in now. When we came back with 9, it was, he wants to get Alicia to go, and he wants to get Strand. He wants to get all these people to go. And now here we are 2 episodes later, and he's meeting new people and telling them about getting there. But if I'm going to take you there, you got to go pick up my friends. Now, once he picks them up, who knows? There's probably going to be another distraction. There's probably, the weather was a distraction. And the other thing that we said could possibly happen is infrastructures break down. They get lost. They don't know where they're going. So what we thought could be just a regular journey, and you can get from Texas to Virginia in a couple of weeks, probably even with all the barriers they have. Well, now you're going to add a couple more weeks to it. So you can really see how this time skip is starting to take shape. And I'm going to ask the group again, because now that you're seeing them go back to where they started, I asked this about a week or so ago. Does Morgan ever get to Alexandria? Does he die? Does he lose his mind and forget that that's even his purpose anyway? Does he get there late, or maybe he just gives up on the whole journey? Emmy says yes, but he misses Rick. And because I have a Morgan Rick Walking Dead ending scenario ultimately, and the way I see it playing out and the way it has to work for me, I think he gets there, but I think it's going to be much, much later. I think he's going to go through losing his mind again. I think he's going to go through dealing with some demons again. This is going to be a non-stop thing. When Morgan sat down with Jadis and said, I got to go, I think he understood that he needed to get away. And then he wanted to be alone. He wanted to kind of explore some things. And then he found his purpose. And then his purpose was getting back. And now he's going through this cycle all over again. And Pete D says, I agree with you, Kills. Morgan goes looking for Rick. So at first, Morgan was looking for himself. Lost everything. And he's either going to get delayed and blame himself for not being there for Rick, or he's going to be the person kind of on the outside, always just giving that effort to find out where he's at, where he went. And I'm thinking it's going to be a little Shawshank. Absolutely, Drama King. Clear mode will be activated. And I'm wondering if it's actually going to be writing on his head, or it's just going to be something he's imagining. But it does seem like, no doubt about it, Legend, in The Walking Dead, we seem to have a couple of different theories of how it could end, right? A cure, everybody dies, society rebuilds, but if you rebuild society, there's always going to be danger around the corner. So ultimately, The Walking Dead has to end one of two ways. A cure, or everybody dies. You're either going to beat it, or it's going to beat you. Fear doesn't seem to have the same direction. I think fear is this small, close-knit group of people getting back to what Morgan said is hope. Getting back to, hey, let's get there. Some good people up there. They had adversity, but they fought through it. They know how to take care of each other. They're rebuilding. They're doing all these things. So the sad part of this is when Morgan left, the war was over. So if we don't know when Morgan is going to get these people back, another question for the group. What is Morgan going to lead them into? At what point do you see Morgan, Alicia, John, Charlie, maybe Strand, and Althea. But Naomi's gone, Lucy's gone. Naomi and Lucy ain't going to make it. Trust me when I tell you this. The first one to die of this group is going to be Lucy. The second one is going to be Naomi. So we got Dave Doherty says the Whispers. Laura says the Whisperer War. Coma Drug says the Whispers. Now, keep in mind, you guys are falling for the bait here. Tom Latz, you're falling for the bait. Wilson, you're falling for the bait. Valerie Feldman, you're falling. Because this is still the gray area, right? If the Whispers don't happen till after the time skip, 5 years? This Morgan, this Charlie, this John, 5 years to get back? You got to remember, that's the real bizarre thing at this point. We've got to find 5 years worth of distractions. I love it. That is epic. Pete D says traffic can be tough. All right, so maybe, Candy, okay, maybe there's a time jump in Fear the Walking Dead, but that's fine. But you still got to give me 5 years worth of stuff that happens in the time jump. So give me a few things. All right, Morgan goes to Mississippi, then goes back to Texas. All right, I give you a week. Now you still got 4 years and 51 weeks. The episode where there's safe waters and there's alligators. Okay, they can't cross. Takes them, let's just say they're resourceful and cut down the wood and build their own boat just to get across the river. All right, I'll give you a couple weeks to build your own boat and get across the river. Not going to happen that way. But still, what are we going to go through that's going to take Morgan 5 years? So, here's my question. And this is going to be a tough one, okay? Before the time skip on The Walking Dead, how many years have passed from the start of The Walking Dead to right at the end of Season 8? Four or 5 years, right? So, what some people are saying, if they're going to skip ahead to the Whisperer War, so we've got an 18-month skip that's going to start at the beginning, okay? That's where we're at, and that's Morgan being down where he's down and starting to make the trip back. But if after episode 6, 7, whatever, if they bump it forward 4 years, 5 years, even 3 years, then basically everything in Fear would transpire the way The Walking Dead. So that means Morgan's going to take his group to Richmond. They're going to be holed up there. Morgan's going to take the group, they're going to run into some cannibals in Terminus. They're going to be at a farm. They're going to be at a prison. No. So I got to think that Morgan is going to get there way, way, way before the Whispers ever happen. Morgan might be back for the Whisperer War. Morgan might be out looking for Rick before the Whisperer War happens. Let's hope he is. So, Tom, you very well may be right. Tom says Fear won't clash with The Walking Dead, but then they sure are throwing a lot of Easter eggs out there and saying that Morgan's goal is to get everybody back to Virginia. I mean, Morgan has the same goal as Eugene at this point. So, Drama King, it is going to trip things up for us. No, hold on. I disagree. I think it's absolutely brilliant what they're doing with time, because they have given a big FU to all the spoilers out there. Nobody knows what is going on. Look at how confused we are trying to figure it out. We can't even figure out, okay, if he's going to go here and he's got to go back here, and wow, it's like mind blown. So this is a great stall tactic. And I think they did it to mastery just with the stadium with Madison, because we were all over the board with that. And you could certainly do a fear time skip, but you better tell me what you did for 5 years. I got to know. I can at least have an idea why it took Morgan 5 years to get back to Virginia. You can't just leave that story. So what probably makes more sense is that they'll continue to do it. They'll continue to play with time and fear. You'll see maybe they go there, maybe they have some separate journeys, and you're always wondering, what time is it? With The Walking Dead, I think it's going to be the same thing. They're going to show you a point 5 years in advance, and then they're going to go back and fill in some of the blanks little by little. I think it creates some really good backstories. It creates some good filler episodes, and it always keeps people guessing. Absolutely. Samantha says, I'm confused. And that's exactly where we're going to leave it. We're going to leave you confused. So, tonight's episode, Morgan actually makes it closer to Virginia, and then he ends up back to where he started from at the episode 1. So, here we go. We're going forward, but then we're going backwards a little bit. It's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. I want to thank everybody for being here. If you're watching the playback, then you'll know that we did talk a few spoilers tonight. Enjoy tonight's episode. There will always be a few wrinkles that we didn't cover in the exact spoilers. So tonight at 10:15, we will be doing our Fear the Walking Dead Season 4, Episode 11 live fan reactions. We want to see what you think about the episode. We'll do our rating. We'll talk about whether it's a good episode, bad episode. There's a lot of people telling me last week's episode with Alicia and Charlie is the best. I had several people, hey, sit down for this, said it was the best Walking Dead episode that they ever saw with both episodes. I'm not going to put it quite that high, but I did thoroughly enjoy it. We'll do shout-outs a little bit later on tonight. Once again, super special shout-out. Happy birthday shout-out to Emmy. Hopefully you had a wonderful birthday. You guys enjoy. Go get some dinner. Enjoy Fear the Walking Dead. And I will see everybody back here at 10:15 with our thoughts, with our comments, and our feelings, and our reactions. Talk to you all very soon. Peace.